The International Multidisciplinary Conference on Current Research Trends 2020. To the organizers, to the panel of scientists, researchers watching around the world, good day to everyone. The presenter is Mr. Albino Taer, a Master of Science in Agriculture, major in Animal Science, an agriculture technologist by profession, and currently connected at Surigao State College of Technology, Mainit Campus, Philippines. I am here to present to you my research output. And this is the order of presentation. We have the title, the introduction, objectives, materials and methods, findings, conclusion, and recommendation. Utilization of indigenous root crops as energy sources in native chicken diets under confined houses. This experiment is part of my master's thesis. This is the situation. Higher demand for native chicken meat and native chicken meat products in the market today. However, the supply for native chicken is very much far behind considering the production system is scavenging type and free range, wherein the production is very much minimal. That is why there is a need to intensify native chicken industry, that is raising of native chicken similar to raising of broiler chicken wherein the birds are confined in a cage. But in doing such, it will incur higher production cost, knowing the higher feed cost is due to limited supply of corn. Corn is already utilized as biofuels, starches for industrial uses, and food for human and feeds to animals. Researchers are looking for alternatives to corn. We have the other cereals and root crops as alternatives. In Surigao del Norte, there are plenty of giant swamp taro and wild yams, but unfortunately, these root crops are unutilized, uncultivated, and underdeveloped. They are not known for their economic values and will probably lost through neglect. In fact, according to Adihumo 2013, taro corms are currently utilized as animal feeds. Taer and Taer found that giant swamp taro has moisture content of 13.91%, as 4.22%, crude protein 5.94%, crude fiber 7.15%, crude fat 0.06%, nitrogen-free extract 68.12%, metabolizable energy 2,635.58% kilocalorie per kilogram, calcium 0.50%, and phosphorus 0.73%. For wild yam, it has reported by Mohan in 2011 that it has gained nutritional superiority when compared with other tropical root crops, but some wild forms are toxic, unpalatable, taste bitter, and cause vomiting when ingested raw or improperly processed. However, Okiriki reported that roots and tubers are processed to reduce their toxicity, improve the palatability, and convert the fresh root and tubers into a stable products. According to Taer again, proximate composition for wild yam has 19.61 moisture, 9.37 ash, 4.38 crude protein, 2.76 crude fiber, 0.24% crude fat, 63.44 nitrogen-free extract, 2,304.29 kilocalorie per kilogram metabolizable energy, and 50% calcium along with 0.080% phosphorus. The objectives of this study was the following: to determine the growth performance of native chicken in terms of feed intake, final weight, mean weight gain, specific growth rate, feed conversion ratio, and mortality rate. For the carcasses, we have the carcass characteristics and organ weight, and the economic profitability. Materials were the following: giant swamp taro corms, wild yams, other ingredients, and the study animals, which was the native chicken. Treatment combination was Treatment 0, commercial diet. Treatment 1, formulated corn-based. Treatment 2, formulated 50% giant swamp taro inclusion. Treatment 3, 50% wild jam inclusion. Treatment 4, 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam inclusion. A total amount parts by weight of corn in a corn-soya-based diet was replaced by 50% giant swamp taro, 50% wild jam, and 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam that were used to formulate in the diets in treatments 2, 3, and 4. 4 weeks brooding for chicks, followed by 8 weeks feeding trial for birds conducted at Surigao State College of Technology Mainit Campus, Mainit, Surigao del Norte. Commercial chick booster was fed to the chicks during brooding, while chick grower mass during experimental period. Ad libitum feeding and water was given to birds with utmost care. Feed intake was taken from the feed given minus the feed remained. Initial weight was determined after brooding prior to distribution to different cages. Body weight and weight gain were assessed every 2 weeks. Carcass measurements was on harvest. The findings. Similar results on all treatments for initial weight. Feed intake was higher for treatment 0 and treatment 1, while lowest for treatment 3. Final weight, mean weight gain, and specific growth rate were higher for treatment 0 and lowest in treatment 2. Feed conversion ratio was highest for treatment 2 and lowest in treatment 0. However, in treatment 4, highlighted in blue, it denoted to be similar to both the highest and the lowest values. For carcass and organ weights, highest slaughter weight recorded for TO and lowest for T2 and T3. Breast weight, dressing percentage, breast weight, back weight, and organ weight such as heart, spleen, and liver are of similar values. However, neck and thigh weight are higher for treatment 4 and treatment 0 respectively. In terms of income over feed and chick cost, the highest derived revenue was on corn-based, followed by 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam. The commercial diet was on third. The lowest generated income was 50% sold giant swamp taro inclusion and 50% sold wild jam inclusion. However, their main value scores were all comparable. Therefore, the 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam inclusion was economically feasible. Among the 3 root crops inclusion, the 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam combination is economically favored, for it yielded the most substantial income over feed and chick cost. Although corn-based had higher income over feed cost versus the 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam, it is indeed advantageous favoring the use of the combined giant swamp taro and wild jam in consideration to limited supply of corn for a corn-soya-based diet. In conclusion, the 50% giant swamp taro and 50% wild jam sole replacement for maize as energy sources in native chicken diets resulted in a depressed performance of litter chickens. However, replacement of a combined 50% giant swamp taro plus wild jam resulted in improved growth performance, carcass characteristics, weight of organs, which are economically profitable on par to commercial and corn-based diets, therefore recommended for a confined native chicken production. A thorough processing of root crops to eliminate toxins should be performed before utilization is recommended. Further studies investigating the use of giant swamp taro and wild jam combination in a different feed forms to verify its efficiency may be explored. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much to the organizers and the audience around the world in this International Multidisciplinary Conference on Current Research Trends 2020. Thank you.